Hello, everybody. This is Drew Zeitlin for Drew Zeitlin Baseball. Today, we're going to be talking about in the beginning. So let's head over to Drew Zeitlin Baseball. We pop into the running scorecard, and from there, we want to get to the players. And the players tab is down here at the bottom. We click on the players tab, and we see the hitting sheet for the Andrews teams. And we created this game with 8 fictitious teams with 200 fictitious players with real-like stats, using strategy from a time not now. Each team is made up of 25 players with fictitious names. The fun thing is that each player has the same surname and the team is named after that surname. For example, one team is called the Andrews. Every player's surname is Andrews. The first 2 names are 2 initials, like MC Andrews. This makes the game unique, and this allows for there to be no reputation. You have to manage the team from the players' numbers and stats. It's also time when there was the hit and run, the squeeze play, the stolen base, the sacrifice bunt. There was also the 4-man rotation for pitchers. The pitchers were also expected to finish games that they started, and they were expected to hit because there's no designated hitter. So taking a little closer look at the hitting sheet here, on the left-hand side here, we have the numbers for each player. These are based on fictitious stats, but realistic stats. So MC Andrews, as you can see here, is the catcher. And between 1 and 29 is a base hit. Now we use a system called the game control number, which is a number between 1 and 128. And wherever that random number lies, this is where the event happens. So in this case, MC Andrews gets a hit up to 29. From 30 to 44, he gets a double. He has no triples. He gets no home runs. But from 45 to 68 is a walk, and 69 is a hits batsman. There's no strikeouts, and so from 69 to 128 is an out. So if we are on his numbers, that's what we will be looking at. As you see, as we look down here, a lot of no Ks, the big hit and runs, squeezes, and bunts type situation. As we continue down the hitting chart here, obviously position gives you where they play at. BR is base running skills, and that goes from A to E, A being the best. SB is stolen base skills, A is the best, D is the worst. Bunt is obviously sacrifice, A is the best, D is the worst. Clutch hitting, this is 2 the best, 0 the worst, and this is where you're lined up more for contact. You have the disabled list here, or the DL, and this will line up if there's an injury, how long they'll be out. The 1BF, the 1B7, the 1B8, the 1B9 tells you if there's a single and you need to look at arm strength. And so here, if his base hit was an infield hit, it was from 1 to 2. From 3 to 11 is to left field, 12 to 18 is the center field, and 19 to 29 is to right field. This will also do the doubles, double to left, double to center, double to right. SS is Silver Slugger. This is for clutch hitting purposes and with runners in scoring positions and running on base. And 2 is the highest, 1 is the worst. 0 is the worst. This is how many games they played this season. This is based on a 154 game schedule, although our schedule is only for 88. This next category is the E. This will give you what kind of era they are. 0 being the best, 9 being the worst. This is your arm strength. This is only for the outfield, and 1 being the worst, 4 being the best, and the name of the team is the Andrews. As we go down here, we'll look at the pitching stats, and the pitchers, here are the names, and then we'll go up here. So we have this thick line here that goes through there. There's a couple of stuff on here. The GC is the number, so this is, again, how we are, how the game is played. Let me move down there because I think the Bakers have a better pitching arrangement for us to look at, for examples. Yes. And so this will be any between 1 and 96 will be on his card, not the pitcher's or not the batter's card. And the pitchers can go from 96 to 83 to 67 to 47 to 32. And obviously 96 being your better pitchers, 32 being your worst pitchers. So anything between 1 and 96 will be on D.D. Baker's card. Anything from 97 to 114 will be on the hitter's card. And 115 to 128 will be unique plays. And that's when you'll go down into the unique play tab. Click that on, and it'll give you what's going on over there. So there's different unique stuff that happens, makes the game a little bit funner. Going back to the player side, this is again back to the card. So if it's on his card, 1 to 18 would be a base hit, 19 to 22 would be a walk, 23 to 26 would be a pass ball or a wild pitch or a balk. We just combine them all in there. And then from 27 to 44 there would be a K, and 44 to 128 is an out. Continuing the stuff here, SS is stamina for starters. This gives you, we kind of do like a little bit of a reduction from the pitchers. Every time the pitcher gives up a walk, an error, base hit, he loses stamina. So as the game goes down, every time that happens, he gets closer and closer to zero. Once he gets to zero, everything is off the hitter's card. And the RS is be for the reliever. So when the reliever comes in, that will be his number. And there's a place in the running total that'll be able to reduce this manually. This tells you how many games were started, how many games were in relief. This also will tell you their infield stuff, since only base hits. This will tell you if it's infield, right field. HC is the hitting card. There's 3 pitchers cards, since they have to hit 1, 2, or 3, and they're based on how those pitchers did. You get to choose those. The bunt is obviously the sacrifice. A being the best, D being the worst. Error is the same thing as the hitters were, and the team is called the Bakers. So I thought we would show up a little bit here, just showing you how you bring the players in for the lineup. So in this situation, I kind of looking this over, and just by random type situation, I like to have BR Andrews lead off, because he's got a little B, he's got a pretty good speed type situation, and we think he can do some stuff. So what we do is we bring this over here, right from he starts at, and you click on this stuff, and you bring it all the way to the position. Before you click the position, you hit Shift. A blue line will pop in there. On the keypad, you're going to hit Control C. That will copy stuff. You're going to go back into the RS, the running scoreboard, and the visitor stuff you put over here at the first base. You'll hit Control V. That will paste in that number. So now that's your lineup. He starts off at shortstop. So what we're going to do for quickness, so we can play a quick inning here, we're going to go back into the players here, and we're going to just to take these 3 here. We started from the start. We go over to this part here. We're going to hit Shift. The blue light pops up. Command C. We go back to the visitors type situation, back to the first base. Control V to paste it back in. And then we're going to come back to the players. Like I said, normally you pick out whoever you want to do, but since we just want to do this quickly so we can play an inning, we're going to go over up to here. That starts the next player. That's the position. Individually you would go in when you're doing this, but for simple fastness, this is how we're doing it right now. There's the Shift, back to the 9. We're going to copy Control, or Control Copy, and we'll bring it in over here. Control V, it pastes it in, and now we have a lineup. We're missing the pitcher, and so we'll just have the top pitcher over here pitch for the visitors. Back to the players at the bottom tab, and let's have old TB Andrews up here. So click on his name, Control C for the copy, back over to the running scorecard. Click onto that, Control V, there's your pitcher. Give him his 1. And then TB Andrews, we're going to go back into the players deal. And his hitting card is 3. You look up into the batter's part here, and you see pitching hitting card 3. You come over here and grab that 6, and you'll go all the way to 67 here. Again, before you click onto it, you're going with the Shift button. It highlights it, you copy it, go back to the running score chart sheet here, and you'll punch in that, Control V, there's the paste, and now you have a lineup. I got to face a pitcher, and what we do is the home pitcher comes up here so we can play the game all on one side. So let's go back to the players. Let's go back to that Baker's deal. Let's go with old DD Baker. And again, you highlight, you copy. We're going to paste him in here. And again, then we'll go back to the players. And then we could have done this all at one time here. You hit that 96, and you hit the shift, hit the 44, control copy, and then you come back to the running score sheet, back up to where he was at. You click this on over here, and control V, and now you have his stats in here. Now we just need the reduction. Back to the players one more quick time. His reduction starting is 12. Back to the running scorecard. We put the 12 in there, and we're set. So let's play a quick inning here, and we have the teams lined up over here, and this is your game control number. We call it GC. It's going to be in yellow. To get that number is you're going to type in the last GC number into the blue, which would be 122. You hit enter, and you get a new number of 44. You come over and look over here, and you see that 44 is in between 1 and 96, so the numbers are going to be on the pitcher. So to get the next number, so we can see what's on that card, you see the 44 there, and then we're going to type that in here, 44, and that gives us 121. 121 is after 44, so 44 to 128 is an out. It's an out. So now there's nobody on base. We're going to check what kind of out it was. Back over here is 121. Our new random number is 34, so we go to the out charts. In the out charts here, we have the bases are empty, and the random number is 34. We go back over to here on the out chart, bases empty 34. Between 30 and 43 would be the batter out 4-3, so that runner's out 4-3. Come back over here, and Mr. B.R. Andrews is out 4-3. Since we're on the subject, I did want to go through some of the tabs that are down here. We have the unique deals that we talked about there. It's also a fielding chart if you move it over here a little bit. And we've got DLs and how long they're out for a designated hitter. Then we have our strategy cards. This is where you can have a stolen base, a hit and run, play at the plate, lefty-righty type deal. Although they didn't use that very much back in that time period, so it isn't a huge part of this game. And you can also bunt for a base hit. In strategy 2, we got all the running advancements, the squeeze plays, sacrifice plays, and whatever you like to do on it. So back to the game, just giving you some ideas that can be done on that. The second batter up here, we're going to do 122 because that's the new number. We hit enter. Our new number is 104. This is not on the pitcher's card. It's up to 96, so it's going to be on the hitter's card. So we come down to here. It's going to be on MC Andrews. So we do 104 because that was the last random number to see what's on the card. It's 23. So 0 to 29 or 1 to 29 is the base hit, and that's what MC Andrews gets. And how to do a quick base score on this one, you do 1B space with a slash mark, and that's how you move him around the base. So he's now on first base. So to give you a little bit of strategy deal, I don't know what it is offhand, but we're going to do the hit and run. So we got to see what H.G. Andrews is for the hit and run play. So back to the players, and we go to H.G. Andrews. And H.G. Andrews is a clutch zero hitter. But just to show you how it plays, we're going to run it. So let's go get the random number. And the last 32. So we type in 32 in the blue. It gives us 66. We go to strategy, hit and run. And it was 66. He was a 0. And 66 is batter out, 3-1, runners advance. So we would come over here. And he's out 3-1. And then to move him along further, you would double click that and put the next get into second base. And what I forgot to tell you is that when he got the base hit, his stamina had to go down 1. So you go over there on the 12 and move it to 11. All right, so C.G. Andrews is up. And we come back over here to the number. We got 39. 95, it's on his card. This is a good card. And we're going to check to see what that number is. It's a 1. So that's going to be a base hit to center. And we'll put him on there, 1B with the slash mark. And this is going to take him down to 10. And what we're going to do, you can go back and check if you wanted to do it. You could go into the strategy and see from a second home on a single, and it's self-explanatory. But what we're going to do is that we're going to say that he scored. It's my choice. It's the runner's choice, so that he doesn't advance to second. So we're going to let him score. We're going to double click here. He gets 2 more squares. That scores the run. What we like to do here for the run scored, we come up here on the sail and we go up here and put the yellow fill in, so it's very easy to see. So he scores, and now it's 1-0. So Mo Andrews is up with the runner at first. So we come back over here. 1 was the last number. We hit it in the blue. We get 42 again on the pitcher's card. And then on 42, 74. Everything after 44 is an out. There's a man on first base. So we'll get one more random number here, 74. It's 22. Man on first, we go to, man on first, we go to the out card. Again, my memory not doing me well today is 22. And 22 is runner out 3-4, since it's the batter would be safe and the runner would be out 3-4. But in this case, we'll just go 4-3 because that'd be the normal play. And so we go to 4-3. That ends the inning. So there was 2 hits and 1 run. And 2 hits, 1 run. We would have gone up here. And again, for fast safe, we didn't write in the stuff here, but this is where the Andrews would be out and would give them 1 run. Well, hopefully that helps you to see how the game is being played. Have a great day. Bye.